Hey, I'm Eric, and I'm listening to 100 albums in 100 days. For all the details on what I'm doing and why, check out the video pinned to my profile. Today I listened to the 1995 album Deluxe from Better Than Ezra. So I have more experience with them on their second album. I know several songs off of that album. I've not heard that whole album, but I know several songs off of there. And then on this album, the only song I know is their one mega hit, "Good," which I think is what everybody knows from them. I really didn't have any kind of frame of reference for what I was going to hear when I listened to the album, and I wasn't overly impressed with the album as a whole. It had some bright spots for me, but just overall, it was just kind of just standard '90s rock from the mid '90s. There were three songs like right in the middle of the album that had some good spots for me. "Killer Inside" is it's kind of a moody song. What really makes it though is the violin part. That's right in the middle. It sounded really cool. It made the song for me. The next song right after that is "Rosalia." It's a pretty good song, but at the end of it, it has a slight return that fades back in, and it's got a Spanish feel to it. That's really cool. If they had done the entire song that way, I'd have been in love with that song. And then right after that is probably my favorite song on the album, "Cry in the Sun." It's got a bluesy feel to it. It's a really cool bluesy feel to it. But I'm a sucker for a Hammond organ, and the Hammond organ is prominent in that entire song. And so, outside of "Good," that's probably my favorite song on the album. And there were a couple other songs that had some great hooks, in parts of the song. "Teenager" has a great hook on the chorus, and a couple other things here and there. But overall, it just seemed like just generic '90s college band music is what it sounded like to me. And I just I didn't really connect with a whole lot other than what I mentioned. So knowing what I know from their second album, that it might be a little bit, there might be a maturing that goes on between the first two albums. Like I said, I only know like 3 songs from that album. Unfortunately, it falls outside of the 75 through 95 time frame, so I couldn't listen to it. But I'll probably go check it out now that I've heard this, just to remember the songs I know and see if there's a huge jump in the songwriting between the two albums. Probably won't listen to this album again. I have "Good" on a playlist that gets played pretty rarely, and there really wasn't anything else on this album that I would want to listen to again. "Cry in the Sun," I really do like that song. It's got a great bluesy feel, and that Hammond just sounds so good. I might add that to a playlist. I don't know, but the rest of it was just kind of forgettable for me. Hopefully, when I visit the next album, it won't be that way, and it'll appeal to me more. But we'll just have to see. So if you're a Better Than Ezra fan, let me know what you think about this first album. I think they have, I have quite a few albums. I think they had 3 in the '90s. I think they had this one, the next one that I know, and I think they had one like late in '98 or something like that. But apparently they've had albums up through, I think, 2014. I don't know. I've not heard any of them. So if you're a Better Than Ezra fan, and there's a better album for me to listen to, let me know. If you haven't heard this and you give it a listen, let me know what you think and let me know what your favorite song is.